My dear Bayelsans, it is not yet Uhuru for Bayelsa, even though the standing of Bayelsa today is still COVID-19 negative. And we cannot rest on our oars or pretend not to know that COVID-19 is real. We still continue to push and protect our state and our people from the entrance of COVID-19 into our state. Based on that, the Bayelsa state government has put in regulations that will give teeth to all the pronouncements that we have made hitherto. It is named the Bayelsa State Infectious Disease Emergency Prevention Regulations 2020. Whereas it has become imperative to go beyond making suggestions and giving directives in order to prevent a possible spread of COVID-19 into our states, now therefore, I, Senator Douye Diri, Governor of Bayelsa State, in the exercise of the powers conferred on me pursuant to provisions of Section 8 of the Quarantine Act, Cap Q2, Laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 2004, having regard to the provisions of Section 2, 3, and 4, and in further pursuant to all enabling laws and powers in that regard, subject to the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. Make the following regulations for the good order, safety, security, and public health of and in Bayelsa State. This regulation may be cited as the Infectious Disease Emergency Prevention Regulations 2020 and shall come into force today, the second day of April 2020. All acts done prior to the commencement of these regulations to curtail the spread of coronavirus disease 2019 are hereby ratified. The governor shall have powers to direct the restriction of movement within, into, or out of local area, particularly the movement of persons, vehicles, aircrafts, and watercrafts and waterways within the local area. The governor may restrict or prohibit the gathering of persons in the local area, such as conferences, meetings, festivals, private events, religious services, public visits, and such other events, save where the written approval of the governor is obtained for such gatherings. The governor may direct that no person shall hoard foods, drugs, and other essential goods and services within the local area, which of course suggests within our state, Bayelsa, or refuse to provide foods, drugs, and other essential goods and services within the local area. It shall be an offense to artificially inflate the prices of foods, drugs, and other essential goods and services within the local area. Any person who fails, neglects, or refuses to comply with a restriction, prohibition, or requirement imposed under these regulations, it shall be liable under the Quarantine Act's Cap Q2, Laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 2004, or the Public Health Law Cap P16, Laws of Bayelsa State 2006, and the public health rules, or any other extant law, to a fine or a term of imprisonment, or both, such fine and imprisonment in accordance with extant law or laws. Based on that, I, your governor, will sign those regulations as an executive order dated this day, 2nd day of April 2020. Let me appreciate Bayelsans and thank them for the level of cooperation within this period that preventive measures have been announced by the state government through this committee.